Good evening, yogis. Hope you all had a beautiful day today and are ready to settle down for the evening and allow yourself to calm the mind, calm the body, and just give your body what it needs right now. So practicing this evening with a beautiful, delicious yin practice to prepare us for a restful night of sleep. And let's begin with alternate nostril breathing. And before we do that, let me just jump back into props that we'll be using this evening. So if you have a yoga bolster or a big pillow, a firm pillow, yoga blocks, any other pillows or cushions that you want to use, you can incorporate those into each pose, making it actually kind of more restorative than yin. So making it just super yummy for your body, whatever your body's going to need while we stay in each pose from anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. All right. So getting started with a little pranayama, alternate nostril breathing. Alternate nostril breathing, also known as nadi shodhana, is a great practice of breath control to support in calming the nervous system, as well as bringing both sides of the body, your masculine and feminine side, both sides of the brain, to a harmonious balance. And I feel we can always use that at the end of our day, right? In the beginning of our day, midday as well, of course. But just really allowing ourselves to create that balance this evening. So getting comfortable in a easy seated pose, whether you want to cross at the ankles or stack one foot in front of the other. You always have the option to elevate the hips if that feels good for you this evening. Just getting yourself to a nice comfortable place, as we're going to be here a little while working through our pranayama. So we're going to do it with our right hand, left hand. Let's do the palm facing up and coming into Vayu Mudra. So we'll bring the thumb and the index fingers, the tips of the fingers, to touch. All the other 3 fingers will be extended out. This is also great for calming the nervous system down, your inner chaos down, which our thumb and index finger, our index finger is air and thumb is fire, so bringing those down together. And then we'll use our right hand and we'll close that index finger and middle finger in, so our pinky, ring finger, and thumb are all out. Let's bring that thumb to the right nostril, and we're going to inhale through the left nostril for the count of 4. And then closing off that left nostril with the ring finger, exhaling out the right nostril for 4. And then inhaling through the right nostril for 4. Closing off that right nostril with the thumb, exhaling out the left nostril for 4. And for those of you that aren't familiar with this practice of pranayama, each time we exhale back out that left nostril, that's considered 1 round. And some other tips is you really want to focus on having the inhale and the exhale be of the same length. And then also notice if you're clenching in the jaw or, the brow is a little bit crunched up and you're overthinking this too much. And just allow yourself to get into your flow. Everybody's breath is different, but you're just counting your count of 4 and your exhale 4. And just finding that flow for yourself so you can kind of get into this meditative state with your breath. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'll let you know when we come to our last round. All right. continuing to breathe here on your own. And let's just bring in a mantra. So as you inhale, think what you need from your day today. And on the exhale, think what you don't need. So inhaling what you need from your day. And on the exhale, exhaling out what you don't need from your day. So noticing as you continue to breathe and you're bringing that mantra in, noticing all the things that came into your space today, that came up for you today, that were positive, that maybe brought you a new learning or just something that you really want to hold on to. And then also just notice if there was something brought into your space that, first of all, something that isn't yours, something that you took on from somebody else's energy, somebody else's negativity, and allowing that to go. Maybe some thought that you made up, some story you made up that doesn't serve your highest good, that you don't need to have in your space, in your thoughts, in your body, and letting that go. Let's all make this our last round. And then releasing that right hand down, bringing it into your Vayu Mudra. Let's take a cleansing breath here, inhaling through the nose, fill the belly up. Notice any difference in your breathing. Open mouth, exhale. Allow the shoulders to soften and melt down. Grounding and rooting down through the sit bones as you lengthen through the crown. Breathing here, finding your natural flow of your breath. Breathing in what you need. Breathing out what you don't need. Last breath here. Let's take another cleansing inhale and exhale. Inhale, fill up the body as though you can send the breath all the way to the toes, to the crown of the head, through the fingers. Hold the breath. Breathing in, sipping in a little bit more, breathing in what you need. Open mouth, exhale with a sigh, letting go of everything that you don't need. And slowly opening the eyes. Very nice. Let's just bring the palms of the hands together, give them a little rub. And then just giving them a little shake. So shaking out what we don't need. Very good. All right. We are going to come into restorative bound pose or restorative Badakanasana, whatever you choose, whatever in your yogi vocabulary for this pose. So using your bolster or your pillow, you're going to have that back behind you. A couple of options here I'll show before I come to lay down. So you can have maybe one block underneath, so you're elevating the bolster. This might feel really good if you don't have a lot of flexibility in the lower back today or even in the neck. And then we will turn to have the bolster up against the lower back and bringing the soles of the feet together. Another option here is maybe you place the blocks underneath the thighs or the knees. And then if you have a blanket, if you're going to use your blocks underneath the knees, you can also have a blanket on the top of the bolster and use that to elevate the head. So I like to snug that bolster right up against that the lower back. Take an inhale, lengthen up nice and tall, and then exhale, slowly rolling yourself on down. Really just letting the upper back sink down, let those shoulders melt back. And then maybe do a little adjustment here in the lower back. Sometimes I need this, sometimes I don't. This evening I'm feeling like I need it. So what I'll do is I just lift the hips up a bit, tuck the tailbone towards the heels and lower the hips back down. It just gives a little extra space in the lower back. And remembering that our body always feels different from day to day. And like I said, sometimes I need to do that adjustment, other times I don't. And then finding a place for the arms which feels good for you. Maybe you bring the arms out to a T, or just a nice gentle bend in the elbows. Our focus here is on letting the chest open up, letting the collarbone muscles and all the muscles around the heart stretch open with ease, and letting those shoulders just melt back. Releasing any tension in the jaw or in the brow. Releasing any gripping in the hips or the glutes or the legs, the inner thighs, groin. Allowing the body to completely soften here. Let's take a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose to the belly to the chest. Open mouth, exhale. Surrendering even more. And returning back to your breath. Settling here into your pose. And coming back to our mantra. As you breathe in, breathing in everything that was good from your day today, everything that you want to keep or that you need. And on the exhale, releasing what you don't need. Releasing any shame or guilt. Maybe you didn't get everything done on your to-do list today. And instead of bringing that with you, bringing that shame or guilt or berating yourself, bringing that to closing out your evening, just let that go. Whatever you got done today was exactly what you needed to get done today. And being okay with that. What is something today that you did that you can be really proud of? Maybe it's even one little small thing. And just allow yourself to relish in that. Let's take 5 more breaths here. Last breath, let's take a cleansing inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And coming out of this pose, very kind and loving to the body. So you can open the eyes, bring the hands to the knees, gently bring the knees in towards one another. And let's just walk the feet out a little further than hip width distance. Let the knees fall in towards one another. Just a little counter pose here for the hips, the inner groin, thighs. If you need to walk the feet out a little further to really allow the knees to just fall in and support one another, you can do that. We're just going to stay here for about another 3 breaths. Last breath. Good. Opening the knees back up. Walk the feet back in a little more than hip, a little less than your hips. And now let's extend the legs all the way out. Reach the arms up, hands up overhead for this nice deep stretch. As long as this feels okay in your shoulders. Maybe flex through the feet. So sending the toes toward you, pressing the heels away. Reaching through the fingers. Deep, deep, deep stretch. Let's take a breath here. Exhale, let the legs soften, let the feet soften. And then just very slowly gliding the arms down the sides of your body. And all the way back to the mat or to the floor with the palms facing down. And then from here, we're going to very slowly press ourselves up. First, start lifting the head, bringing the chin in towards the chest, and then bringing the hands back a little further so that you're able to press the hands into the floor, and then lifting yourself up and coming into a little counter pose here from our back bend. Just gently gliding the hands forward, coming into a nice, very easy forward fold here. Caterpillar pose, but only holding here for a few breaths. last breath here. And inhale, bringing yourself back to center. Very good. From here, we're going to come into a twist over the bolster. So you can just turn yourself forward. And you want to have that bolster or your pillow at the right hip. So snugging it right up here. I'm just going to place my blocks out of the way. Good. Have the right foot in front of you. And then you're going to bring that back foot back behind you. Doing your best to bring the heel towards that left glute. Good. Snugging that bolster in. Take an inhale, lengthen up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right, bringing the belly down first and then the chest. And you can either stack the hands, resting your head on your hands. Maybe you bring the head all the way down. I'm just a little worried about my mic here. I think this will be okay. Good. And then bringing either your right cheek to your bolster, or you can turn the head, bringing the left cheek for a little bit more spinal twist through the neck all the way down the spine. And then let's take a cleansing breath here. Inhale through the nose. Send the breath to the belly, to the lower back, to the left side of the body. And open mouth exhale, letting everything just sink down. Let's do that once again. And imagine this time as you inhale that you're being filled up like a balloon. And then on the exhale, you're totally deflating. Yes. Letting everything soften. Releasing any gripping in the glutes, the hips, the legs. Releasing any tension in the jaw and the brow. And the shoulders. Let the shoulders just round forward. Releasing all tension in the neck. And bringing our mantra here. Inhaling what you need. Exhaling what you don't need.
Noticing your breath here. Noticing if it's really shallow. Can you lengthen it and deepen it on these next few breaths? And creating that balance of having each inhale and exhale be of the same length. And feeling your body release even more on each exhale. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And last breath, cleansing inhale and exhale. And then gliding the hands back down towards you and pressing yourself up. Turn your head towards your bolster. And then we're going to walk ourselves to center and then over to the left side, coming into a little counter twist here. Not a deep twist, just a very small, easy twist. Just releasing the lower back, the spine. On your exhale, untwist, coming forward. Very nice. And then we'll make our way to the other side. So you can either just turn your whole body around, so your left hips to your bolster, or just bring the bolster over to the other side. So left foot will be in front this time, right foot back behind you. Having that bolster right up by the hip. Take your inhale, lengthen up nice and tall, and then exhale, twisting to the left, belly down, and then the chest. Right away, just allowing the whole self to melt here. I actually like to call this pose the delicious pose. I'm not sure if there's actually a yoga name for this pose. But because I find it so delicious, that's just what I named it. So allow yourself to be in the deliciousness of this pose. And there's so many benefits when we do twist. And this particular one is great for the kidneys, the liver, all the internal organs, your digestion. Notice if you're like holding the stomach in, and let it be soft. You are at home, so you can totally be comfortable, or give yourself permission anyway to be comfortable with your body, be comfortable in the pose, and not worrying about holding the stomach in, holding the body. Just allow yourself to completely soften, be at ease. And that's where the magic happens in these yin poses. It's where the release happens, whether that be something emotional or physical. Noticing your thoughts here. Being aware when your thoughts are distracting you. And doing your best to just let them float on by and arrive back in your body, back to your breath. Noticing any tension that may have occurred in your body when you were drifting with your thoughts. And then as you arrive back in the body, once again giving it permission to surrender that tension. Let's take 5 more breaths here. And last breath, cleansing, inhale and exhale. And gliding those hands back down, pressing the hands into the mat, to the floor, turning your head to your cushion, and then walking yourself to center, over to the right side, coming into our counter twist. Taking one more breath here, inhale. And on the exhale, untwist, coming forward. Very good. Let's just swing that right leg around. And then just bring the bolster to the end of your mat or just on this side. We're going to come to lie on our back. So you'll want the bolster or the cushion by your feet. And you can actually bring your feet to the bolster and come to lie down. And then let's just bring the knees into the chest, and gently rocking side to side. And really let the head and the neck all be heavy, the shoulders heavy. And feeling that sensation of that they're weighted down to the earth. Let's just extend both legs up, still keeping that weight in the head and the neck and the shoulders. And let's just point and flex through the feet, maybe rotate through the ankles.
Very good. Let's bring the knees back into the chest, so bending through the knees. Open the arms out to a T with the palms facing up. And then we're going to drop the legs over to the right side, coming into a supine twist. Maybe it feels good to look over to the left, or maybe to the right, or maybe you just keep your head center. Whatever feels best for you in your neck. This is where you may add some extra cushions if you want to place a block in between the thighs. And I want you to focus on is having that left shoulder, continue to have that left shoulder heavy and down to the earth just as the right side is. But if you find as you drop the knees over to the right side, that left shoulder kind of peels off the floor a bit, then I want you to press back down through that. If that means that left knee pops up, that's where you can put maybe a blanket underneath here, your block, or whatever you can use as a prop to give you that support. And let's take a cleansing breath to the belly. Open mouth, exhale. Let the belly soften again, the lower back release, the hips, the glutes. And as you do that, feel the automatic weight of the shoulders, neck, and head getting heavier and heavier. It's as though your body is telling you, yes, please, just let me sink down. And let any tension in the jaw go, the brow. Inhaling what you need from your day. Exhaling what you don't need. And letting your body release in any way it needs to. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Last breath. Breathing into the belly. Hold the breath. Sip in a little bit more. Open mouth, exhale. And slowly bringing your head back to center, bringing the arms to the body. And bring that left knee into your chest. Start rolling onto your back. Then bring the right knee in, gently rocking side to side. And then we'll make our way to the other side. So extending those arms out to your T. And then dropping the legs over to the left. Using whatever props that you need or that are calling out to you. And then allow the body to just settle here into this pose, into your body. Take an inhale to the belly. On the exhale, finding where you can release even more. And with our arms extended like this, maybe sometimes you feel as though you're being pulled in one direction and another direction. Kind of imagining that right now, right here in this pose with your arms extended, and you're being pulled to the right and to the left. And right now, just giving yourself full permission to release that pull, release the grip, release the hold, and allow the body to just be at ease. Last 3 breaths here. Taking a cleansing breath. Hold that inhale. Fill yourself up some more with the breath. Open mouth, exhale with a sigh. And bringing the head back to center, arms to the body. Right knee into the chest, rolling onto your back. Left knee in as well, rocking side to side. And then let's wrap the arms around the legs, giving ourselves a big hug here. This is obviously something you needed today, was your yoga practice to close out your day. And just really giving yourself a loving hug of gratitude for making this time for yourself. And breathe it in. And breathe it out. Releasing the arms, extending the legs. And extending the legs so that the knees, the back of the knees are over your cushion or your bolster. And let the legs be totally relaxed. Arms to the sides of the body with the palms facing up, but creating a little space. They don't need to be right up against the body. Create a little space here. Or maybe you bring the hands to the belly, maybe one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Whatever feels intuitive to you here. Let's take a cleansing breath. Open mouth, exhale, sink down.
Feeling that same heaviness in the head and the neck and the shoulders as we did earlier. The heaviness as you sink deeper into the earth. Notice if you're holding or gripping anywhere in the belly, the glutes, the hips, the legs, letting that go. Maybe the lower back. Checking in with the jaw, the eyes. Letting everything soften. Breathing in what you need. And breathing out what you don't need. And being aware of your thoughts. Notice that they're coming in and taking you away. And let the thoughts float away, but allow yourself to continue to be here. Be present in your body. Be present with your breath. And I invite you to stay here as long as needed. So letting go of any thoughts that are telling you it's time to get up. If your body is feeling the need to stay longer, give it that gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you for practicing with me. I wish you a deep, wonderful night of sleep. May your mind and body, spirit and soul all be at peace. And all is well. Namaste.